There's the Irish lineup. And if you consider what played in Paris back then in October, well, just Andy O'Brien and Steve Finnan are missing as Richard Dunn gets his first competitive start, his 6th cap under Brian Kerr.
Well, it's a case of here's hoping now. I mean, firstly, you'd hope that we make a solid start defensively, that Dunning Cunningham can be comfortable. Roy Keane has the game of his life in midfield, and it's a very attacking lineup. Let's hope that they can produce as many problems as possible for this French outfit.
France, how times change. Back in October, their 3rd match, they were full of confidence, but only 3 who started that night are playing tonight. William Gallas, Sylvain Wiltord and Thierry Henry. That is incredible. 8 of those didn't play against Ireland from the start in Paris in October.
Well, individually, I think this team looks very dangerous, but Ireland, I think, has to test whether they've got the spirit, whether the spirit is right in this French camp. I think the fact that they're set up without width as well will help our chance to press them.
There's Mr. Fandel. Sent off Roy Keane in Porto in the Champions League. Sent off Vieira against Juventus in the Champions League. We're away. It's on. It's Ireland against France. Destiny beckons. John O'Shea plays it forward. It's Clinton Morrison to help it on towards Robbie Keane. Come back to Morrison. Andy Reid, first shot in anger over the top.
Well, no surprise to see Makelele, the one looking to close him down quickly. In front of that French defence, I think he'll be at that all night long. Andy Reid, I think, knew, and he had to try and hit it quickly. Boonsong there as well.
Roy Keane's little touch, and Richard Dunn goes across and has a think, and then thinks that Given's the better option. First competitive start for Dunn under Brian Kerr, and it's his 25th international. What a way to celebrate. Vieira's header in, over the top of everybody. It'll be through to Given again. Cunningham takes over. O'Shea. Duff. Went out off Duff. Assistant's giving it wrong. That was a French ball.
Long may that kind of thing continue. It clearly came off Damien Duff.
O'Shea. Kilban. Oh, he's given it to Zidane. Zidane for Makelele. Ireland have got the defence organised again, but it's Zidane once more, facing Cunningham. Henry, brought down by Dunn. It's the 2nd time that Henry's caused a problem for Richard Dunn. And this time, it's a free kick that's the outcome.
I think certainly in club football, Richard Dunn has had many problems with Henry in the past. And I think this is probably a result of what happened earlier in the game when he went past with ease. He thought, you're not going to do it again. And if he's escaped the yellow for that, I think he's done well.
Zidane, well, scarcely necessary to boo him. One of the great artists of world football. It's Zidane. And a wonderful save by Shay Given. Absolutely superlative goalkeeping. Cleared by Dunn this time from the shot by Gallas. Goal all over it until Given produced a stupendous save. Sagnol. That was a terrific free kick from Zidane. Absolutely masterful, but a masterclass in goalkeeping from Shay Given. But, there's going to be a card here. Roy Keane protests. Let's see who the referee is calling forward. It's
Morrison.
Clinton Morrison, who has already been spoken to. So Clinton Morrison is booked, and he is out of the Cyprus game next month.
I mean, you're right to acclaim it as you have. It's just absolutely world class. He's read it brilliantly. It's executed perfectly. And if he doesn't get a strong hand on that, it's going to go into the net. It's going to squeeze into the corner. He knew that he had to be strong when he got there. Fantastic stop. I don't think you could fault the referee on the Morrison yellow card, because I don't think he was trying to do real damage, but he did commit himself.
Stuff. Kilban. Too many blue shirts around. Wiltord. Referee getting involved. Then it's Robbie Keane making it tough for Makelele. Sagnol hurries into the clearance. It's a throw to Ireland. Morrison. And he's got the free kick. Durasu holding on. A great position for Ireland.
Well, this is the kind of thing before he got injured in Paris he did particularly well for Ireland that night, Clinton Morrison. Being strong, getting hold of the ball and making it difficult to shirk him off it. And this is a great position he's won for his team now.
Well, the wall is back, Morrison's in it. So will it be Keane or is it going to be Andy Reid? Coupe now in the middle of the goal. It's Reid. Oh, it's off the post. That was so intelligent. Coupe took up his station in the middle of the goal and Reid tried to place it where he wouldn't get it.
Just watch Coupe. I don't think he sees it until very late. And if that's just inside the post, the goalkeeper's not getting anywhere near it. Again, a beautifully executed set piece. So unlucky not to score. Keeper was absolutely nowhere near it.
And credit Andy Reid for the quickness of thought to spot what was on there, use the wall as a decoy, curl it around, and that was so close. Carr in the way, and Cunningham didn't seem to be aware that Zidane was closing him down. Route one over the top, in goes Robbie Keane again, forward for Morrison. Oh, that was so close.
I tell you, it was woefully defended by the French because it's just the long one down the middle and they didn't deal with it at all. And watch, once Boumsong misses this, he should be looking to get to Morrison as quickly as possible. Doesn't react fast enough, and the only reason he's off target is because Morrison is off balance.
Carr, Keane, Reid, Carr, Keane. Oh, a rare error from him. And down goes Henry, advantage is played. Then Andy Reid crashes into Makelele, and it's a free kick, and Roy Keane is going to be booked. Roy Keane, and that's Roy Keane out of the trip to Cyprus.
Well, I thought for a moment, because of the tackle just before, it could have been Andy Reid. But it was Roy Keane who followed up and left his foot in, and that's what the referees punished him for.
Well, I suppose if there is a silver lining to the cloud, yeah, that's what it was for there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He'll be available for the last match against Switzerland, though.
It's this, George. Now watch, Roy Keane comes in here. Watch Makelele. Just now, Roy Keane, I think he overreacts, Makelele.
France still in possession with Sagnol. Cunningham heads it away. Makelele, and the whistle is gone. This time it's a foul by Morrison on Makelele. Well, I suppose we shouldn't forget that on another occasion when Ireland played in Cyprus, Roy Keane won the match almost single-handedly.
Yeah, he was brilliant that night. I mean, we'll worry about that when the time comes. I mean, I think just forget about that. Obviously, they've got to be sensible about what they do for the rest of the evening now, Morrison and Keane.
Bit too far out for Zidane to try one. It's Durasu, Boumsong. Now Zidane, can he try something from here? Zidane for Wiltor. Wiltor's cross, Henry climbs, headed away by Roy Keane. Vieira to take under control, and Vieira, ooh!
Well, he looked reluctant, didn't he, at one stage, as if, do I have to hit it with my left foot? Because, you know, it's not my strongest. And I didn't think he was going to at one stage, but I think, again, we should have closed them down much, much quicker. That's a great, great strike. I mean, maybe you give Shea Given the benefit of the doubt, but once this is clear, then, you know, we've got to be sharper to this. Too much room.
Well, it finished wide of the upright, but not that far wide. Shea Given beaten.
He struck that beautifully. The only thing the manager will want is that we can be a little craftier once we get up around their box. We cause them a few more problems.
Well, that's the end of the half. No time to take the free kick. Zidane's outstanding free kick in the 8th minute. Brilliantly saved by Shea Given. And then Andy Reid with a free kick that deceived the French, but hit the upright and bounced away behind. The two key incidents in the first half. No goals in that half. Half-time at Lansdowne Road in Group 4 of the World Cup. Ireland 0, France 0.
And Ireland played France in Lansdowne Road in 1981. Of course, you all knew the answer.
Maybe second half will produce something. We'll see. We're underway. France playing right to left. And the first free kick comes in the first 10 seconds. Kevin Kilbane brought down by Vieira.
Well, that's a nice tone to set from Kilbane. Went in and won it, and bought the free kick. Probably could have stayed on his feet a little bit, but decided he'd take what was going.
A little too far out for an attempt, but to see what they can manage. The French are defending 16 yards from their goal. Reid, Richard Dunn's up. Well, that was a chance, all right. He couldn't direct the header out of the goal, but he had the free header.
Do you know, the movement was simple as well from Richard Dunn. Just backed off and then he made the run forward. And look at the space he was given in the end. Don't get anywhere near him. I think Vieira is the culprit in this occasion. Just mistimed it slightly. Maybe he's up just that second too early, and got underneath it as a result.
Henry. And down goes Cunningham, and O'Shea takes over. Kilbane, Reid to Duff, and Duff steps away from Sagnol. First time we've seen a show from Damien Duff. Duff shot, a deflection. Coupe was able to gather it in and taken the sting out of it.
Yeah, I'd agree with you on that. Thuram, who got the block on that, is much steadier than his centre defensive partner. But what a first touch from Damien Duff to take it past Sagnol. Beautiful.
Vieira, Durasu. Sagnol. I should say Gallus. I'm on the wrong side, and so I think was he the way he finished that.
Yeah, but it underlines the point again that, you know, that it's notable that both Sagnol and Gallus are trying to get forward and give them a little bit more. Look at the first touch there. Fullback is completely sold by it, and Thuram got himself well positioned to get the block on it.
It's O'Shea, and now it's Duff to swing one in. Robbie Keane. Well, it was sorted out by Thuram. Henry ahead of Cunningham, but it's come to Dunn. Dunn, Reid, clever little triangle played with Stephen Carr, facing Durasu. That's so well played by Carr for Keane, and Kilbane didn't react, and Thuram able to step out of the defence. Now it's Zidane. Zidane for Wiltor, and Wiltor brings down Keane. It's a free kick to Ireland.
Great reaction from Roy Keane. You know, I probably knocked it a little too far ahead of Kilbane, although Kilbane didn't react quickly enough. But he's straight back there, great work rate, and it is a foul from Wiltor.
Duff. Kilbane. Duff again. Well, there's nowhere to go. Ireland still have the possession. Kilbane, Keane, and Carr. Controlled play by Ireland. Reid. Carr continues the run. Over the top for him. In between Gallas and Boumsong. And Boumsong tries to knock him off the ball and does, but the free kick is not awarded. And Kilbane stretches in, but Vieira gets away, and now it's Zidane, and Ireland a little unbalanced here. Henry runs ahead. Zidane. Challenged by Dunn clumsily. Zidane pokes it away to Henry. Wiltor is in the middle, looking for Wiltor. Dreadful ball by Thierry Henry. A great chance for France has been wasted.
Yeah, always reluctant to kind of criticise somebody of Henry's stature and somebody of his ability, because he's likely to make you eat your words, but he's not having a good night tonight. He did very well, Zidane, you know, to hold the challenge off, but he picked it up in that kind of loose position to begin with. And you're right, it's an awful ball. Look at Wiltor's disgust.
How does he feel how it's going? Well, Dunn missed it. It's Carr away. Then Zidane. Gallas.
Well, look, you know, they look as if they're going to make a substitution, France. So I just wonder whether Dominic wants to win it, particularly with Switzerland, you know, having won.
Wiltor and Henry. Henry. Oh, that's a super goal by Thierry Henry. Bang on the midpoint in the second half. You could see it coming as he shaped for it. He curled it around Shea Given, and maybe Dominic won't need a substitute to win it. That's a disaster. should Ireland lost their grip of the game, and Henry found himself in some space. He had a little look, and there's no keeping that out.
Well, you can always hope that the defender would be a little quicker in getting to him, but I must admit, that's sheer class. And I said I was reluctant to criticise him early on. You know, maybe Shay Given could have got something stronger on it, but it's beautifully placed. I think the goalkeeper is not expecting it. I don't think he's set where he'd like to be to begin with, and it's just a moment of magic.
Thierry Henry's 30th goal for France in 73 internationals. Well, that's not looking the best for Ireland right now. The free kick they've got. And now they've got to dig deep. They've relinquished parity. And the substitution will be made. It's Florent Malouda who's coming on in place of Zidane. The free kick is taken. Well, this is a crazy little passage of play here. Zidane is still on the pitch. The substitution was indicated. Ireland took the free kick. So Zidane is still on the pitch, and Malouda must wait. Andy Reid. Roy Keane. Andy Reid. Henry back and challenging. And Gallas prevents the corner. And now the substitution can take place. Florent Malouda of Lyon, who played against the Faroes on Saturday, comes on, and Zidane leaves the play, and well, there are now 21 minutes left. So the last we see of Zidane, does that mean that the manager feels that they can shut up shop now? Wiltor stopped by O'Shea. Wiltor has been robbed by O'Shea, and O'Shea did really well. And now it's Robbie Keane, and Coupe is down to save.
Well, it was worth an attempt. I don't think he was sure where Clinton Morrison was. He made his mind up nice and early, and that's his best moment, I think, in the match, Robbie Keane. Brilliant from John O'Shea to begin with, to break it up and feed him. A good strike as well to make the keeper work. It's better.
Malouda.
I just wonder, I mean, okay, when you look at the options we have, particularly up front on the bench, they're not great. But I just wonder in the circumstances whether Brian Kerr will give Gary Doherty a run now.
Well, the reality of the situation that Ireland find themselves in now is that they haven't been in this situation before in this group. They've never been behind. They led in Switzerland, they led against Israel twice, and of course they beat Cyprus, the Faroes, and the match in Paris was a scoreless draw. So this is a question being asked now that has never been asked before of a Brian Kerr team in this group. And of course they've chosen, or they haven't chosen, but they find themselves in that situation against one of the heavyweights. And a heavyweight who hasn't actually done anything since 2000.
Yeah, we've got to chase the ball now further up the pitch. We've got to come out and try and press the French into more mistakes. We can't allow them possession, because that's all they want to do now.
Given playing centre half, doing well, finding John O'Shea. Keane. Robbie Keane fouled by Gallas. And a substitution being made by France. Another one. Thierry Henry is being replaced by Djibril Cissé. It's just an interesting selection decision to leave Cissé out. He effectively got all 3 goals against the Pharaohs, though one of them was an own goal. And he's in fine form. Of course, he turned the Super Cup final around for Liverpool. And he has a good record for France.
But this was his one moment, wasn't it? I think Shea Given realised at the last minute that Henry was going to go for the curler. It was a hell of a strike, but you know, maybe Shea could have seen it a little earlier.
John O'Shea. O'Shea in to win it back. It's Duff. O'Shea continues the run. Duff loses the possession to Vieira. Away by Gallas. Roy Keane looking for the offside flag. Yes, he knew it was there. And the free kick to Ireland, and we enter the final moments of this game. This is the last attack, surely, for Ireland, the last chance to salvage a draw. Shea Given sends it long. Gary Doherty and Richard Dunn are there. It's come out to Hart, but it's a foul. Foot was high. Free kick to France, and that would appear to be that.
Yeah, I mean, John expressed the opinion at half-time that we were a little too negative and we were thinking about France too much and very, very deep and not pressing high enough up the pitch. And we never really got it going tonight, you know, and it's found us wanting in the end. But I'm not sure even if we did that, we had players that were on it enough tonight. We haven't seen enough from Damien Duff, I think, Robbie Keane. We needed big performances from them, and it hasn't quite arrived.
It didn't arrive, and the points have gone to Paris. The final score at Lansdowne Road with 2 matches to go in Group 4. It's Ireland 0, France 1.